is making huge progress. You know what? Let's just like ooh, hold up. Is there another SunnyV2? How Nickelback became the most hated band ever. Okay, we'll do that. Okay. Okay. Who? Good one. Nickelback is not that bad. Like really, they're not my favorite band, but they're okay, right? Oh shit. Well, I bet that still this was a positive thing for Nickelback. Don't you think? I bet still, even amidst all of the negativity, I bet they still came out on top, right? Like sort of like all press is good press, yeah. Ooh. Damn. This is funny coming from him because Adam Sandler is effectively the Nickelback of comedians. True. Holy shit. What that? What that? What's that song? Oh, I know this one. How you remind me of what I really am. That one? Yeah. Hell yeah. You remind me of what I really am. You remind me of what I really am. Say sorry. Say sorry. Dude, that is good. That just makes you want to sing. That's a good fucking song. Fuck this comedian for shitting on Nickelback. This is a Nickelback positivity stream, okay? I love Nickelback now. I like them. Ooh. You know what's crazy? 1 minute, you're this sexy rock and roller with a goatee and long, beautiful hair, long, beautiful Cinderella locks. The next day you wake up, fuck, boom, you're bald. It's in your future. It's going to happen to you. All of you. Mm-hmm. It's true. That's not the singer. The bald guy is the bass player. I think you've honed in on the joke. I think you have surgically isolated the joke. I think you found it. Mm-hmm. Oh. Terrible. These people. Hey, dude, come here, man. I got to show you a really funny video on my phone. It's going to be real fast. And it's like a 19-minute long video that's not funny ever. At no point during the 19 minutes is it funny ever. No, man, just come on. It's going to be real fast. It's really funny, trust me. Oh, my God. Those fucking people. Ooh. Ooh.
Started shortly after we started to sell millions and millions of albums. And everybody loves an underdog until they're no longer the underdog. And that's once you're not the underdog anymore, that's when you start to suck. Mike Kroeger's theory that people hated the band simply because they were successful was certainly plausible, as a Finnish academic study on the hatred of Nickelback found that between 2000 and 2014, the more successful Nickelback got, the worse their reviews grew, which was supported by a user on Reddit who wrote, "The only reason that so many people seem to hate Nickelback is because of how popular they are, selling over 50 million albums worldwide." It didn't help.
Doesn't matter. They're rich. Doesn't matter. Yo, like they got their bag, man. Who gives a fuck what these people on Reddit think? Fucking morons, man. You're rich. You sold 50 trillion albums. Who cares? Damn.
Hey, I gotta tell you a story. He was asked to review one of our albums, and he wrote a very, very detailed and well thought out review of the album, and it was positive. He took it to his editor, and his editor just said, I'm not gonna print this. Because we here at Rolling Stone are very anti-Nickelback. We do not like Nickelback. We can't write good things about Nickelback. And if this was the narrative being held by the media...
That's a fake news media, man. The fake news media does not want you to like Nickelback.
It's hardly surprising to discover that
Damn.
countless other negative articles on the band. Although, to be fair, some of them have certainly been a result of Nickelback's poor decisions. For example, in 2006, the Nickelback frontman was stopped by police for speeding in his luxury Lamborghini sports car. A breath test found he had nearly twice the legal limit of alcohol in his system. Along similar lines, in an interview with Playboy, Chad Kroeger bragged about once having drunk 13 Corona beers in a row, stating that he can down a Corona in 5 or 6 seconds. Although, while their drinking habits, along with their love for...
Wait, hold up. Wait a minute. Listen, who cares? Like, read the next sentence. I can get a Corona down in 5 or 6 seconds, and I was racing against some kid. Why is this not the highlighted part? That's the, like, who cares if a guy drinks 13 Coronas? Who gives a shit? That's fine. But if, like, that's the fucking weird part there.
While their drinking habits, along with their love for car chases and boobs, probably just made their audience love them.
I like car chases, explosions, and big boobs. Let me tell you something here, okay? Nickelback are just average, normal, good, fucking based Americans. They're just living the American life, the American dream. And the corporate media, they don't want to see you be successful. You are Nickelback. Nickelback is you. They represent the common man, okay? And the powers that be, they don't want to see you be successful. They're Canadians. Oh, fuck these guys. A fucking leaf. It's always a fucking leaf. Always. It's a fucking leaf.
In fact, this thing was so detrimental that the Finnish academics anchored it as the main reason behind the band's poor reputation, and began when they wrote a song by the name of Rockstar in 2005. 3 years after releasing the song, it was licensed to DFS Furniture for an advertisement, which was so terrible that it put a dent in the band's reputation. Nickelback's
Nice.
was, as mentioned previously, about metal, beers, and the same things that America likes. Therefore, licensing their music to a commercial that looked like this felt a little bit inauthentic. Now, we can probably all agree that it feels like a bit of a stretch to claim that
Is Playboy still around? Is Playboy still pumping out monthly issues, or have they like gone under now? They are? Who the fuck is buying Playboy magazines? Who?
Nickelback's worldwide
Weird.
hatred came about as a result of the obscure furniture advertisement. However, according to the Finnish study, the issue isn't rights, it's about the perception of authenticity. Rock critics like to think of themselves as protectors of originality, and they perceived Nickelback to be a bunch of sellouts, true to their money rather than the art. Perhaps it was less about them being in the background of a furniture ad, and more about them selling their music to the furniture ad in the first place. People perceived them as sellouts with zero standards. In addition to this, the Finnish study made the claim that fans were unhappy with Nickelback's perceived lack of originality. When you listen to Nickelback, you think a generic rock song not pushing the envelope. Nickelback is too much of everything to be enough of something. They follow genre expectations, which is seen as empty imitation, but also not well enough, which is read as commercial tactics and as a lack of a stable and sincere identity. The idea that Nickelback were hated for being a
I mean, if that's all true, then why did they sell 50 million albums? Like obviously people are fucking buying. There's a classic case of like, it's always the whiniest, biggest, like complainy pussies that are just complaining the most, right? I guarantee, like most people do not have a negative impression of Nickelback, right? Maybe they said, haha, yeah, Nickelback, because it's like the meme, right? But most people don't give a shit, right? Probably. Otherwise, they wouldn't be selling so many albums.
generic risk-free rock band has been theorized everywhere on the internet. In a Reddit thread attempting to discover how the band became so hated, one user wrote, "People hate Nickelback because they represent the idea that a record label can take any band, no matter how bad, and make them popular. The label can use clever PR and good advertising to make loads of money off a band that is just mediocre. People don't hate the band nearly as much as they hate the idea that the band represents," which was followed by a reply reading, "They're a mediocre band that has experienced precisely zero musical growth and exists purely as a vehicle to print money for record labels. They knew they were a mediocre band, didn't care about musical growth, signed on knowing what the plan was, and had no problem with any of it."
So the critique is that Nickelback is not like avant-garde enough, that they're not as that their music style is not progressive enough. Okay.
Doesn't even make sense to hate Nickelback
Okay.
for their music. It's not distinctive enough to be worthy of notice. It's carefully designed to be pointless and catchy. It's a product built to appeal to the lowest common denominator.
Okay.
It doesn't do anything wrong because it doesn't dare to take any risks. To put it simply, instead of Nickelback creating music that's risky and authentic to them, the band is perceived as having a reputation for putting out whatever music is guaranteed to appeal to the masses, yet it's hard to tell if this perception is even correct. In an interview with Face Culture, Chad Kroger discussed
It's him.
experimented with a bunch of different types of music. We definitely started off as a little bit of a heavier band, but we found fans in so many different places because we just wanted to write different kinds of songs. So we'd write a song that was way over here and the fans would accept it, and then sometimes we'd write something really heavy and the fans would accept that too. Before explaining that each band member perceives the music in their own unique way, everyone had their own different interpretation of it. One was political, one was religious, one was like corporate, which doesn't exactly sound like they were specifically trying to follow some kind of radio success formula. Maybe this point is just another reason the internet made up to justify hating them, because outside of the internet they claim that they're hated by no one. For example, a petition requesting that Nickelback not play at halftime during an NFL game racked up over 55,000 signatures, yet after arriving in the city to play the concert, the band stated that it was nothing but love from the fans. Playing the halftime, what was it like? It was very controversial filled, and far less so when we actually got there. Every single human being that we came in contact with in Detroit was like, "We love you. We have no idea what this is all about. Now, there was that one time in Portugal where they walked off stage after having rocks and bottles thrown at them. Yet
Damn.
the band has been wise in framing the hatred as long-term positive. I've been really clear with my guys that all that hate has given our career legs. And that's the thing that scares me the most is if people finally stop hating us.
Haters make me famous. This reminds me, like one time I was going shopping at Gucci and I went in there and the lady working there thought that I couldn't afford a Gucci bag. And so I walked out and I bought the entire store. I bought Gucci. Now I own Gucci. So what about that? Huh? So anyway, haters make me famous. Okay, anyway,